Okay, so here we are again. We are going to talk about building your plan and rotating your food storage. So, okay, so we need to build our plan of food storage and talk about some rotating options. So what will my family eat? Some list of some things that store well are salt, soups, pastas, beans, some baking items, rice, pearl potatoes, oats, wheat, protein or fruit bars, canned vegetables, fruits and meats, cereals and granola, peanut butter, dried fruit, and seasonings. So thinking about what your family eats, stocking up on some cold cereals, some oats, some steel cut. Then for dinners, like pasta and spaghetti is an easy one. The soups are easy. Canned vegetables and meats, some meals that will go along from that with them, some tuna, some bread making supplies if you know how to make bread. Or peanut butter stores really well. All of the nut butters store really well. Dried fruit like raisins, the nuts, walnuts, almonds, pecans. Beans are really great. Find a favorite chili recipe and keep those items on a food storage plan. Okay, so those are some normal basic foods that you can store in your food storage, and those are just simple ideas. Rice is a good one too. Lots of people eat rice. Just make sure you have that on hand. It stores really easily. If you just plan for 7 meals that your family can eat, and then just make sure you have those meals in a food storage, and then you're really, if you have enough for the 3 months, you're like stocked. Because we're not all going to eat the food storage meals every time until it's super needed. But having those meals on hand means that you do have the food storage you need to take care of yourself if you do. Okay, so just continuing with your plan, what can I buy extra each month if I'm going week by week? What should I buy this month to get what I need for this month and a little bit extra to start building my food storage? If you can evaluate bi-weekly or weekly or monthly on what your family needs and where they need to go for each step of creating this food storage, that's kind of the plan that you need to build on. All right. So storage ideas of where to put everything. Find somewhere cool and dry. That's always preferable. But you can, under beds, in closets, spare rooms, hidden nooks and crannies that you can put your food storage in. So I've got some examples right now of places to put your food storage and where you can put those foods. Okay, so find any area you can to put your food storage. It does need to try to be kind of cool, kind of dry. But I've actually heard of people putting it in really hot garages and it was sealed right and it ended up to be perfect. I don't want to say that and then have your food storage all get spoiled because it was stored. You want to try for cool and dry, but sometimes we don't have those places, and it's still important to try everything we can to get the food necessary to prepare for those times where we're going to need food storage. Okay, so these are some examples of how to rotate. Let's see, to how to rotate your food storage. So this is what our family does. It's kind of a case rotation. And so over here, you'll see olives in this, let's see, well, we can start with the left side. So, I mean, we have our peanut butter in that middle shelf, and you can see applesauce on the next shelf over. We have what we will eat in 3 months, and then we just bring it forward and put the new stuff in the back. So that is how we rotate that section. So that does take some time when you're unloading groceries, but making sure it's rotated is important so that you don't waste the money that you're spending on all this food. Okay, over here, the middle picture has a case rotation. So it's easier for us to say, okay, the 3 months is actually these two, like the olives, the 2 cases are what we need for 3 months. So we have this third case. So when it is done, we buy another case and then we slide it underneath under the other 2 cases. And that way we always have our 3 month supply of the case stuff. So over here we have enchilada sauce. Down here we have beans. You can't see those very well. But that's how we rotate those case things that we use a lot of. The salad dressings, the mustard, the pickles, those we still like rotate them, put them in the back, scoot the old ones forward. And like I said, it does take some time, but we're not wasting food, and it's worth it. So there's a better picture on the right of the cases. And so we do the same thing with crackers on the bottom. Anything we use in cases, when the box is done, we buy another case and slide it under the bottom. And so there is we do a monthly budget for what we need in food, and some of it is always dedicated to keeping our food storage supply stocked. All right, here's another way to rotate. So this is underneath a bed, and you can see in this left picture that they've got dividers. They don't have a lot of places to put food storage. So Rachel Sherritt was like, let's put it underneath our bed. And so this is ingenious. Like, they just have these dividers. And then on her side of the bed is the new stuff. And then she slides it back when she's buying the groceries. And then the other side of the bed is where she takes it from, which is the older stuff. It's perfect. So they use these dividers to separate the jam, the peaches, the applesauce, oats, and just sliding it back so it stays rotated. But it's a brilliant little system. And then again, she has some places that she put in closets. This is another shot on the right of underneath the bed and how they can just slide it underneath to help with their food storage. It's really good. Okay, this is another thing of so the Sherritts in our ward. Hopefully they don't mind me talking about this, but it's so brilliant. So the shredded coconut, she puts it on the top, and then it drops to the bottom, and that's, you take it from the bottom. This is where the new stuff goes to the old. The same with, she's divided up this thing. You do not have to have expensive ways to do food storage. Chocolate chips, she's just got these dividers, and you put the new stuff on the top of the box, and then it comes out the bottom. And then the same with black beans, except I think she's got a marker here to make sure that the next one, they can tell which one's the oldest one. I think they then would mark the one on the right, and then the left, and then the right and left. And so that's another way of an inexpensive way to do food storage. This is the Coons. This is their closets of organization. And so they've got the actual organizers and some great shelves to store. Really, it's amazing what you can do with shelves to stack things up and to have a lot of shelving where you can have it just the right height and get out just what you need. Okay, so they have an extra freezer, an extra fridge, a pantry for the cans, and a downstairs storage room to store the 3-month supply. And when she shops, she checks all those places to see what needs replenishment. And you just have to either mark it. If you'll notice on ours back here, we've got a few labels. Oh, where are they? Maybe I don't. Anyway, you can use labels underneath. You can use labels underneath what you have to say, this is what it is, and this is how many I should have of each item. And that's a great way to stay organized and keep on top of it. So these are some great ways to use the space. Again, make it part of your normal daily diet and be able to rotate it. That's what this section was on building your plan and having a way to rotate it. All right, that is the game plan for the next 2 months, January and February. So our first one was look at the plan, see what we're gonna do this next year in building our home and personal preparedness, and then start with our food storage. Figure out which way you wanna do it, if you wanna build it slowly, or if you have some extra money, like in that second video, that you can build that food storage with. Figure out a way that you can rotate your food storage so that it does not go bad. You have a way to keep up on it, and you're gonna find ways to go. Just start, and ways will come. The Lord can always bless us as we're making steps forward to obey his commandment. And then there's a peace that comes with being this personal preparedness, this home preparedness. If something happened, I can take care of myself. I can take care of my family. I might even have something extra to help my neighbors. And so that's part of this. There's so much peace that comes with having this food storage, with planning for the future and being prepared in every needful thing. Anyway, I love this. I hope this has been helpful, and we will see you in the next sections, which are, it'll be gardening and self-reliance. And so we'll have some more videos to help you. But good luck. I'd love to know your comments and see what you guys are thinking and what has been helpful. Again, I'll put some links of Provident Living, All is Safely Gathered In, a blog that is helpful, and I hope this all helps you guys be prepared in every needful thing.